Joining us right now to talk more about that is the former acting director of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, Fox News contributor now, Tom Homan. Tom, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks so much for being here. What's your take? Do you think the president will get the money that he wants? He said he's expecting 115 miles of wall it's begun, and to be built within a short-term frame. He's going forward with this. What do you think?
I think he's going to get the wall built, how much Congress gives him, and what they're going to sacrifice for the money. I saw a part of the Democrats' proposal, and they're playing a shell game. They may give him some money for a border barrier with a bunch of caveats on what he can build and where they can build it, but at the expense of ICE. When I looked at their FY19 DHS proposal, they want to strip ICE of almost half their funding, which means ICE can't detain people, which means they're back to catch and release, which means more people will come. They'll significantly shut down their interior enforcement operations. So if you're lucky enough to get by the Border Patrol, no one's going to be looking for you. If you get ordered removed by an immigration judge, no one's going to be looking for you. So these appropriators know exactly what they're doing. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul, and it's not going to work.
Tom, James Freeman here at the Wall Street Journal. It sounds from the reporting from our paper's news side that that there is finally maybe a negotiation in terms of Democrats willing to enact or approve new funding for some barriers, some new barriers, not just repair and not just technology, not just judges. What would be the priorities? The president has said he's not looking to build a concrete wall from over the entire border. What would be the areas where you would say, here's where some new physical barriers could be useful, the way they've said the San Diego wall has been useful?
Well, in my personal experience, I think the Rio Grande Valley would be the first place to go. The Border Patrol's got this plan on what type of barrier they need, depending on the topography of the land and where they need priority placement. The problem is, in the last couple of years, when Congress did give them money for some barriers, they gave them a bunch of caveats. For example, they could not construct any of the prototypes that they spent months testing. The ones that were hard to climb, hard to dig under, they weren't allowed to build any new prototypes. They could repair existing fencing and stuff like that. So the border patrol has a clear plan, and I believe Rio Grande Valley would be a priority, a new border barrier construction, anti-dig technology. But in some parts of the border, a large barrier is not going to work because of topography, so that's where technology comes into play. There's also parts of the border where there's natural barriers. There's no 100-foot cliffs within the national park in Rio Grande Valley. So it's going to be depending on the topography of the land and what they need, but the border has a laid-out plan written by experts in priority where it needs to be placed.
All right, Tom, we'll leave it there. Great to see you this morning, Tom. Thank you so much. Tom Homan with the latest there.